When it comes to bike handling skills, there is always room for improvement. And today we're going to look at one of the most important ones, but sometimes overlooked: cornering.
Yeah, we're going to use some tips and tricks to help build your confidence when hitting those corners. And before you know it, you're going to love it. You're going to be railing around those corners, left, right and centre. Phew! Cornering takes practice, so don't expect to be railing around those corners straight out the blocks. But if you implement a few key aspects, you'll have it dialed in absolutely no time. The first thing that people worry about when it comes to cornering is losing grip. But there are a few key aspects that we can implement to make sure we get the most amount of grip possible.
When cornering, there is a lot of stress on your contact points. Yes, your tyres. You need to take away some of that stress, so relieve it so you can maintain grip. Your tyres can take a lot of stress though, but sometimes it can get a little bit too much and we want to avoid that.
Now you may have heard the key to good smooth cornering technique is not to pull your brakes mid-corner. If you apply your brakes mid-corner, you could end up losing grip because you're putting more stress on the tyres.
When entering a corner, it's important to scrub off some speed to a speed you're comfortable with. You don't want to be going into the corner too fast, which, if you don't know the descent very well, is easily done. Now, your position on the bike will keep you rubber side down. Road bikes are fantastic for giving you a few different riding options. On the tops and on the hoods for climbing and general riding, we would always recommend you go on your drops for cornering and descending.
The drop position keeps you nice and well balanced over your bike and also gives you a good low centre of gravity, which all helps in the hunt for grip. What you got to remember though is your body is by far the biggest mass on your bike, so any subtle changes is really going to help an awful lot.
Now we're on to pedal position, and this is going to become even more important as you start taking tighter corners. So you want to have your outside leg at 6 o'clock like this, and which means your opposite leg is going to be at 12 o'clock. Whatever you do, do not try and pedal through the corner because it's just not going to end well, trust me. Hank's been there a few times. It also helps if you put a little bit of pressure through your outside leg too. If you are taking a nice shallow sweeping corner, you could choose to have your pedals parallel like this to give you a nice solid position.
The next thing to think about is your head position. If you're looking down at the wheel or at something that you want to avoid, that is going to ruin your line. So keep it looking through the corner and keep you nice and stable on the bike. Woo! Now we're on to cornering lines. Now this isn't easy to master, but when you practice it and you get it, trust me, you'll know about it. What you want to try and aim to do is enter the corner nice and wide, like this. And when you see the apex, aim to hit it and then come back out wide. Keep it nice and smooth and smoothing out that corner. Woo! Trust me though, it is hard to master and even some of the best descenders get it wrong. The last thing to mention is road surface. You want to be constantly scanning the road for any imperfections. Potholes, wet roads, gravel. You need to know exactly what's on the road so you can judge your speed accordingly. Don't take any risks. You've got plenty of time to practice and get better, so take your time with it. Right, you don't need to be this close to the road, but you get what I mean.
Now, I really hope this video has helped you get a bit more confident going around those corners. Let us know how you got on in the comment section below.
Yeah, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and yes, go and enjoy those swooping corners.
Should we go find some more corners?
I'm going to get warm.
Okay, I'm going to go find some more.
Liar. Liar.